Turn that down. Gosh. Peter P, hello. I may be a tad late, darlings, like 14 hours. Good luck with all the comments. You can only see so many. When you get to a certain number of comments, they just start falling off. So the first comment that I can see is from Josh. I am a rock. I'm an island. There we are. Will I have any data left? Zero phone service. So you couldn't get in touch with me by Wi-Fi. People were trying to text me. Nothing. Zero phone service. I drove about 4 miles before picked up phone signal, and my phone just went tits. It went crazy. Right, no point in looking at the old ones. Oh, a hidden comment already. So hello, Peter. Simone, hello, and hello, dear matron. Community matriarch, and of course, owner-operator of the Community Buzzwag. Now then, just got home. Shall I have a cup of coffee or shall I have a cheeky Vimto? Cheeky Vimto it is. Simone's eating cheese on toast with Henderson's relish. Oh, Hendo's. That's enough. Oh, that's enough here thing. Is Hendo's. For those who don't know, Henderson's relish is the northern version of Worcestershire sauce. Peter P's having a coffee. Stew, hello. I'm going to go for the cheeky Vimto. I've had my 2 coffees today. Well, that was an interesting night and morning. Isn't it? Wasn't it? Doesn't it? Oh, Hendo's isn't posh. It's northern. There's not much that's posh in the north. Cheers, darlings. You're very good health. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're not careful, ladies. And above all, to each and every one of you, get stuffed. Table could do with a wipe down. I can't believe that you lot all hung around last night. I couldn't see anything. I don't know what happened. Obviously, we know from the afternoon that the Wi-Fi wasn't brilliant, but it was there. It was there. It was definitely there. And, even if the live stream was a bit intermittent, there was plenty of Wi-Fi to load pages and load apps and I could watch YouTube and all of that. And at some point around the 9 or 9:30 mark, it just disappeared. And I can only assume that they turned it off at night. That's that's which seems utterly bizarre. Why would they do that? But it disappeared. It just, or maybe it's just not very good. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, in fairness, you are out on a limb there, and I don't mean I had poor service. I don't mean I only had 3G or whatever. There was nothing, absolutely nothing. Every phone, every SIM, I've got 3 networks. I carry 3 different networks with me, and nothing on any of them. Not a sausage. Completely. Oh, blimey. So take the Wi Fi out of the equation, and that was it. I was totally uncontactable. Why the bloody hell would they turn the Wi Fi off? I don't know. But yeah, 9, 9:30, it just disappeared. And it didn't really come back. Um, there were, I think, 2 occasions where one of my 5 devices picked up a bit of Wi-Fi for literally a minute or two. So I was able to ping off, I think, a message or 2 messages to MHM, but everything else I tried to send got there at 9 minutes past 8 this morning. Well, bizarre, absolutely bizarre. We were informed you were rat-faced. Well, I had a glass or 2 of wine. That can't be denied. Wait until you see the video. Oh my God. Wait until you see the video. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting that. So I wasn't prepared for it. I had nothing with me. I didn't have a book, nothing to read, nothing to occupy me. So that was all right until I started pouring wine into myself. Oh, Dickie Birds coughed it. Oh dear. Mind you, he was 92. Not a bad innings. Oh, innings. See what I did there? He was a cricket umpire. So that was quite funny, really. Oh, Corey, you're home. Jolly good. Alan, hello. So, yeah, pour wine into myself. And, well, mischief was going to happen, wasn't it? And I developed some quite severe windy pops. And I turned into the phantom fart, the phantom farter of Newfold Farm. I did. Oh God, it was pitch black and quiet, and it's like mixed camping. There were tents and camper vans, and every time I felt one coming on, I crept to a camper van or a tent and let rip a vengeful, ferocious fart right outside, and then just scampered back to Nettie. Oh God. Oh, lovely couples waking up. What the bloody hell was that? No, I don't think I blew any windows out. Oh dear. Oh, 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 tired. Up early today. I was up at 10 to 8. I didn't film that. I couldn't film outside because it was pitch black. But I filmed as soon as I got back into netting, and I was just, I was, I was well and truly semi-pissed at that point, and I just found it absolutely hilarious. I couldn't talk. I was laughing so much. Not sure which camera I did it to. I should have the Nicki Minaj. If I can figure out what camera I did it to. Yeah, last night's a bit of a blur. Let's have a look on this one. Well, that's this morning, isn't it? Where's the ones from last night then? Hello, darlings. A couple of glasses of wine down. And I'm delighted to report that I found a way to amuse myself. I've been stealth farting. I've been stealth farting. I've crept around the pitch black field and released no fewer than 3 horribly vengeful farts. Outside 3 different outside 2 different camper vans and a tent. I am now the phantom farter of Newfold Farm. Oh dear. I shouldn't have opened the wine, should I? Oh, I'm going to have fun in the edit suite, aren't I? Talking of the edit suite, let's get this on charge so all of the Minaj starts transferring off various devices. Plug this one in as well. God, my phones are still going mad catching up. I get so many ping pongs. 7:50 a.m. is bloody early. It's early when you don't go to bed until 3 o'clock. Das ist ein Stealthen. Have you got more of the same wine? Yes. A close relation to the Phantom Raspberry Blower, Simone, or to give him his full name, the Phantom Raspberry Blower of Old London Town. And for those who don't get the reference, that was a 2 Ronnies thing, but it was written for the 2 Ronnies by Spike Milligan. So there you go. There's some information for you. Let's top the old winter up. I'm thirsty. Bloody hell. 54 years old, soon to be 55. And I'm creeping around the bloody campsite at midnight, farting on people. You don't get wine into your stealth farting on Hubnut. I mean, you don't. Oh my God. Ah, absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely bloody ridiculous. Do you want the good news, darlings? A little bit of good news. Well, potentially good news. Hopeful news, shall we say. Let me get my doings. I had an email this morning to my business email. Now, it's a generic made up bollocksy one. Right. All Powers Collaboration Inquiry. Seller. Hi, I'm Seela from All Powers Marketing. I heard from one of your friends, Pete, and then there's an email address. I haven't got a friend called Pete with that email address, to the best of my knowledge. It's just what they do. As I say, it's a generic one. It's not addressed to me by name. Just hi, I'm Seela. I heard from one of your friends, Pete, blah blah blah. He said you might be interested in collaborating with an All Powers power station and solar generator. Kindly ask, could you please share your social media with us to check? Much appreciated. Well, of course, it's what I've been waiting for, isn't it? You know that I'm desperate to lay my hands on a power station. So, obviously, when you get something that you're interested in, you don't hang around, because what they do, they fire off a generic email like that to shed loads of people. So if it's something you're interested in, then the trick is to reply to it as soon as. So I fired off a reply as soon as I got back home, and linked all of my socials. Cheated a bit, put the singles community in to bump my total reach up by an extra 10k. All of that shenanigans. So had a look at their website. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And you know, maybe that's if anything comes of it, because there's no guarantee with these things. But if anything comes of it, that'll be the universe paying me back for last night. Because I did think, I can't remember if I thought it or said it on video. What's going on out there? Oh, it's a guy mowing the grass. Mate, you're too old to have your baseball cap on backwards. Yeah, I did. I either thought or said this morning that if I was going to do a thing like last night, you know, where you're kind of in a bit of a void, I'd do it properly. I'd do the full wild camp back to Longston Edge, Stanage Edge or something. Is that dust? God, it is. There's a little section of surface here that I clearly haven't dusted in living memory. Just that little bit. Because there's a chopping board here, and it's the bit the other side of the chopping board that hasn't been cleaned. Oh well, it's been cleaned now. There we are. Yeah, that if I was going to have an experience like that, because it was effectively like being, I mean, I had electric hookup, of course, but that's all I had. So it's kind of like wild camping. And yeah, if I was going to do that, then I wouldn't go somewhere where I'm surrounded by other people and have to be quiet. I'd have gone to Longston Edge or Stanage Edge or somewhere like that. But of course, for that, need the old power bank, don't you? So maybe it's a bit of karma that I got that email the morning after the night. Because ironically, at both Longston Edge and Stanage Edge, which are way more remote really than where that site is. I mean, it's pretty remote, but it kind of isn't, because it's part of the village of Edale. So right outside the site entrance, you've got a charming little primary school and a fabulous looking pub. So it's not like super remote, whereas but you've got nothing, no phone signal. Whereas when you're really remote at Stanage Edge or Longston Edge or somewhere like that, full signal, absolutely full signal, no problem at all. So go figure. Hey up, Nige. Has to be the longest and latest Monday Night Live ever. Yeah. I'll see you later, Simone. I did, JB71. I made it home. Alan's got the bugger off. See you tonight, Alan, hopefully. Barry Scrotter, hello. So, yeah, there you go. Hello, what's that now? Oh, that's a bit of a tool, isn't it? Right, better start unpacking. So yeah, I thought better late than never. We'll do the live now. So yeah, it will go down in as being one of the longest ones. There's the doings. Oh, a package did arrive today. Not sure what this is. Addressed to me. And it says one time sample. And it's from Factory Direct Flooring. So is this from one of you lot, or is it just a random company sending me something? Don't know. What else we got here? Oh, last night's dinner napkin. That one's laundry. Oh, a clean hanky. That's always nice. Oh, I tell you what. Let's where are those? Ah, there they are. And this one, isn't it? Bung those in there. What's that? Oh, phone case. In there. What we got in here? Oh, yeah. They live in there, they can stay. And this one, oh, yes, of course. Oh, excuse me. Ruder than called for, really. Oh, right. Mr. George Boaty can go back to where he lives. Excuse me, pardon me with hiccups. Yes, I'm glad you're home too, Corrie. Is everything okay now? Have you got the all clear? Did anyone miss Boaty last night? I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't. Yes, I still want I would still like oh, oh, voice notes for the intro. They don't have to be an introduction to the live stream per se, just a voice note that I can play while I'm, pottering about, pouring the wine and whatnot. I just think it's nice. Oh, I haven't dusted this bit either. I just think it's nice if the first thing we hear on the live stream is one of the community. Like, but it doesn't have to be an introduction, just a normal voice note. Or, I mean, the one Alan did worked beautifully. Well, I say Alan, it was the emotional support duck, of course, wasn't it? Or the emotional support duck's emotional support duck. I tell you what, without Wi-Fi, Nettie is bloody spotless. I cleaned everything. I cleaned everything last night. Hamish and Dougal are in the cleanest sink they've ever been in. I cleaned the crapper. I cleaned everything. Cleaned, organised, bugger all else to do. Oh dear. Yeah, so keep everything crossed on the power station doings. I'm not really familiar with the company, but I have heard the name, so it's not a total unknown. And as I understand it, whatever name they've got on them, the power stations are all much of a muchness. They're probably all made by the same company in China. Put iPad number 2 back on charge. There we go. It's clouded over now, but this morning, where I was in the Hope Valley, Edale, God, it was a stunning morning. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful day yesterday as well. Ah, the emotional support duck. Hello. Oh, I'm going to be knackered tonight. Oh, I slept well. Slept straight through as I always do, but do you lot all get this as well? When you're away, you know you're away, so your subconscious makes you wake up earlier than you would otherwise. Oh gosh, Corey. So, how many stars does Edale campsite get, Boaty? Right. I completely. This is in the video. If you'd have asked me last night when I went to bed, I would have given 1 star out of 5. The crap Wi-Fi, the pitch wasn't level, bit of a nightmare to get to, the rules. I can't remember the other things. But ask me this morning, it's a 5-star site. It's absolute. The problem last night was me. And I didn't figure that out last night. I figured it out this morning, morning after cold light of day and all of that. The problem was me. Um, the campsite, lovely, absolutely lovely. It's a proper campsite. So you've got tents, you've got camper vans, you've got a couple of motorhomes, 3 motorhomes, I think there were. Um, you've got a shop there, you've got a cafe, bar there, and it's in the most stunning location. Right, it's not their fault that the road's a bastard to get to it, um, and the Wi-Fi probably isn't their fault. But you shouldn't need Wi-Fi. That's not what you go somewhere like that for. You go somewhere like that to get away from stuff, and to have like a complete break and to go. Everybody, the afternoon and early and late afternoon, it was really quite empty. Uh, but by the time 9 o'clock came, the field was full because everybody goes there to walk, to ramble, to climb, to do whatever. And they spend the whole day out in the great outdoors. They get back to their tent, stroke camper, stroke whatever, and they eat and they go to sleep. And then they get up at the crack of dawn. Everybody was up super early this morning, and they go out and they do it all over again, or they sod off. Very different dynamic than the sites I normally go to. A much younger dynamic, and it was lovely. It was grand. Problem was me, and the problem was simple. I was lonely. Didn't realize it at the time, but it's loneliness. Um, Everybody else was there as a couple or in a group. Didn't see anybody else on their own. I never see hardly ever see anybody else on their own when I get out and about in Netty. It doesn't happen. Um, and take away the Wi-Fi, then you guys are my company. You guys are the thing that is, God, you learn stuff about yourself late in life, and it's weird. This has obviously come on late in life because I've traveled a hell of a lot and I did it all alone, kind of. Well, yeah, I did all of my traveling alone. I mean, more often than not, well, invariably, I would hook up with somebody wherever I ended up. But the traveling side of things, I was always alone. And I've always loved it. I've always been okay with it. And I'm discovering that where I am in life now, or the age I am, or whatever it happens to be, I don't do it very well anymore. I get lonely, and I enjoy I enjoy stuff a hell of a lot more. Now, when I'm at home, that's different. I don't get lonely at home because you're home, you're in your own space, whatever. But when I'm doing stuff that's pleasurable, it's a lot more pleasurable when I'm sharing it with somebody. And this is what I'm discovering. And last night, if I'd have been with somebody, it would have been great. Would have been great. Could have talked, gone to the pub, played cards, played Scrabble, whatever. But it was just, I was just on my tot, and I was lonely, and that's a me problem, not a site problem. The site gets 5 stars. It's fabulous. It's my personal life that gets 1 star. So, oh, hello, Emily. So yeah, I either need to, I think I need to do one of three things. I either need to plan things a little bit more carefully and make sure that there are known quantities so that I'm not totally isolated, so that at least I've got Wi-Fi and, you know, got the live stream and whatnot. Or I just need to not do it anymore, or I need to find a partner or stroke girlfriend, stroke chum type person. Good luck with that one. But yeah, that's that was the discovery from last night. Problem was me. And the weird thing is, the weird thing is that if you're a YouTubist, then all the time that you're filming the stuff, creating the content, then mentally you are already planning the video. You're thinking about, as you're filming, you're thinking about the edit. You kind of need to do that so that you can get proper continuity and whatnot. And you're also thinking about titles and thumbnails and that sort of thing. And I left a voice note in the middle of the night last night because I had a title flash in. Now, the last video, where of course we were at the fairs and just had, you know, fantastic time. I called it Motorhome Heaven, didn't I? So, so I came up with the title in the middle of last night, Motorhome Hell, and then the follow-up was I couldn't remember it immediately. It was either Never Again or They Turned the Signal Off or something, whatever it was. And with this morning's realizations, then that's going to change. The title will be Motorhome Hell ? No, I was just lonely, and that's going to be the title of the video. We'll all be getting robo girlfriends. Ah. Yeah, Windy Bum does look different in daylight, doesn't it? I don't think it is just you, Corey. I think I mean, each to their own. Everybody's different and all that. And some people thrive on being alone and wouldn't give you a thank you for having company. But there you go. I'm discovering that whatever, whether it's age, time of life, whatever it is, yeah, I would much prefer to be doing it with somebody. Has Tracy ever stayed in Windy Bum? Oh, hang on. Matron says, Windy Bum in the daytime always feels like I've been drinking late into the night there and have just stumbled down the stairs to find the back door open and only dry Weetabix for breakfast. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, because there would certainly be no milk. Yeah, that's correct. The time that Matron was here, Emma was here as well, and I've only got one guest cupboard, and they didn't fancy sharing, so Emma stayed here, and Matron stayed over the road. But I mean, she's been here; she just didn't sleep here. I think that was the night where there was some alleged nudity. Not that I believe it. Yeah, we can pound the box. Why not? Why not? We'll do last night's box pounding. There's nothing for 2 Ton Ted, the tenting tin, or the Netty Petty Piss Pot, but we'll do the box pounding from last night. So there you go. 1 box, £1. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it goes. No, no, I never saw the nudity, says Matron. That was another night. That was the night where you gave me a lap dance and Emma was cupping your moobs. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that. Oh yeah, the nudity was. I think it was. It was after a Slandidno trip, wasn't it? Either the day we got back from the overnight or the night we got back from just the day trip. Oh God, yeah, you and your bloody behind the scenes. Nothing is sacred, is it? Just putting some lunch on. I didn't have breakfast, darlings, even though obviously um, very kindly it was paid for. But the reason was the cafe was absolutely deserted this morning. Absolutely deserted. There was nobody there. It was completely empty. It didn't even look like it was open. And I didn't fancy it. I was feeling isolated enough as it was. And I would have felt really uncomfortable and self conscious sitting in there entirely on my own. And yeah, so I didn't do it. I thought, well, I just enjoyed the sun and got out early, really. Um, yeah, I couldn't face it. If there'd been people there, then, and a bit of atmosphere, then sure, but it was just deathly quiet and, oh, yeah, no, because like I say, different dynamic. When I got up at like 10 to 8, then all of the tenters and camper vanners, they were out in the sunshine. They had all of their tables outside and their kettles and their stoves, and they were busy making breakfast and all dressed in their hiking gear and all of that. And again, that I thought, oh, how lovely. It would have been, and it was such a beautiful morning. I mean, what a lovely morning had I not been on my Todd and get George and Mildred out, table and chairs out in the sun, make a nice breakfast, have a fry up, have a bacon, butty, whatever. And there's me, sad old Billy No Mate. So I didn't have an out-and-out treat yesterday. Had a sandwich for lunch, staff curry for supper. So I'll have my treat today. So I'll do sausage lyonnaise with chips and onion gravy, and and a slice of bread and butter. Let's go mad, shall we? Oh, that's what's for lunch, Peter Pete. Yeah. I hadn't read your question, but I answered it without realizing. I remain in I remain in full denial. Yeah, a bit of comfort food. I'm hungry. I am hungry actually. Because I was planning to have breakfast, I didn't take anything breakfasty at all. I didn't even have a slice of bread for toast. Didn't have any butter with me. Didn't have anything. Nettie has her own butter, by the way, but I didn't take it. That's Nettie's butter, little cute one. Although there is a Lurpak butter dish that will be winging its way to Nettikins. To enhance visual coverage, I recommend positioning a camera above the kitchen workspace and transitioning to that camera's view when the focus shifts to that area. What, in Nettie? I do that. Ugh. Right, what else do I need to do? I'll put these on charge. Oh, bollocks, I forgot the Jabra. Left that in Nettie. I'll need to get down and get that. Oh, see you later, Emily. Have a good afternoon at work. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel Emma Lemon Afternoon, not only here briefly is having a very busy life, but thought I'd stop by and say hi. Hi to you. Yep, everything will be back to normal tonight, darlings. There will be a live stream tonight. 11 o'clock, of course, Tuesday night live. Oh, God. Oh. I was hoping there'd be a message from the mechanic about the car being fixed, but there's absolutely nothing, not a word. So we could be in trouble with that because Officer Crabtree's MOT runs out on Thursday. So if the other one isn't done, I am shagged. And not in a good way. Oh, that's cheap. What's the matter with it? Oh, bloody hell, the internet's gone on this phone now. What the hell's going on? Take Nettie to work and stay there. A loner from Mustard Fleet. Well, I'll have to try and sort something out, but it would be a hell of a lot easier if Yvette Carte Blanche was No, that doesn't want to load at all. Oh, I meant to share the photograph with you all, and forgot about it. There is scaffolding around the Sherpa's lodge. Scaffolding, darlings. Can you imagine it? There's also scaffolding all around the other restaurant because the roof is all being sorted prior to the work starting on the hotel. So stuff's actually happening. A year behind schedule, but for once in my life, I actually washed up before I went away. So nice to not come home to washing up and stuff. Oh, stay there, you awkward son. Oh, hang Nettie's keys up. Hello, Jimmy. Oh, in Windy Bum? No. I do that when I'm videoing, but not when I'm live streaming. When you are videoing, you've got an edit. When you're live streaming, you haven't got that. So I like to be able to go off camera to scratch my ass or blow my nose or do whatever. And also, you can't use multiple cameras when you're live streaming. Not unless you've got some very clever third-party software. You can't do it as standard. Right, for your cheek, you're going to get a cycling story tonight. Steve's got codfish cake and fries for lunch with tartar sauce. This page still won't load, which is kind of annoying because I'd like to. I mean, that is really cheap. I'd like to know what's wrong with it. Doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look that bad at all, actually. That's got to be an MOT failure. Loads of pictures. Let's try doing a copy and paste. Short MOT. MOT until mid-October. Very short. Have a look at the pics. One of the advisors. That's annoying that I can't see it properly. Have a look at. Oh, hello. What's happened? Oh, I see. The beeping is the washing machine. It's finished its very quick cycle. Just a few bits. So, Nettie's napkin. Pop that over there. There we go. That's that job done. What was I going to do? Oh, I wanted to. Right, hang on. Let's try and find this. No, it's not leaking. Right. Ah, found it. Oh, there's a video. Oh, God, sounds worse than Nettie. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. Leak from radiator switch. Heavy corrosion around front inner wing. Slight gearbox oil leak. Corrosion around front chassis rail not fully welded. Antifreeze content low. Exhaust hangers require adjustment. Oh, that looks quite nice. Oh, that's quite nicely done. Oh, oh dear. Oh lordy. Oh yes. Ah, that requires a kiss from the welder's torch. Oh, and that one's just as bad. Sills are okay. Yeah, that arch is a bit funky. Still. Where's Tadley? Tadley. Oh, local. Only 170 miles away. Down in Hampshire. "107 with a roof tent." I do fancy a roof tent. I must say. But that's cheap, that is. Just had 700 quid spent on it. There you go. So that was the sort of thing I was talking about. Ow, that's not nice. And that one too. So you buy it now when the prices are totally on their arse. Fertile it over the winter, and then in spring, with a bit of work done and prettied up a bit, it's £6 grand. Yeah. 1,600 quid that's been reduced to. Cheap, innit? That was rust, Steer. Imagine the locals when one camper turns into two. Two chemical bogs to empty. Uh, right, I need to chop some onion. Kniffer? Where's my kniffer? There we go. But yeah, that's the idea. So you buy something like that, 1,600 quid, get an Allegro man onto it, get the welding done, pretty up the body just a little bit, make really dress the interior, like done with Netty, give it loads of YouTube footage. So with everything sorted, come spring, with a new MOT on it, it would probably stand you in at 26, 27, 2,800 quid, something like that. And yeah, it's a £6,000 thing in spring. I really am peckish now. Oh, could you imagine me with a welder? Bloody hell. Exactly, Nigel. Right, let's get the onion pan out. Oh, yeah. The other things I didn't like about that campsite, you're allocated a pitch. I really don't like that. I like to choose my own pitch. But you can see why it would be necessary for them to do it. Hello, Sandy. This is last night's live. It was just a little bit late starting due to circumstances beyond my control. What do I need? Right. Big Percy pepper. That's good. Your uncle and Fanny is your aunt. Where's me watch it? There we are. Yes, Bob is your uncle, and Fanny is your aunt. We will never. Bob's your uncle, and Fanny is your aunt. Two lovely slices of bread and butter. Oh, hello. No, I don't want to talk to you. I didn't get where I am today by answering phone calls or replying to messages. Oh, I hope they're not watching the live stream. Yeah, that's that. Right. You go over there. And you can go over there. Get some heat on. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your aunt. Ah. Yeah, we're still going, Mark. Hello, mate. How you doing? Yes, well, yeah. This was supposed to be 10 o'clock last night. This is like the good old days, not loads of comments, etc. Yeah, yeah. This is how it used to be. Just a handful of us. Gosh, it's got a bit mad, hasn't it? Now, which is wonderful. Not knocking it. I love it. But yeah, this is how it used to be. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your aunt. Oh, let's warm the plate. Give it a shake, mate. Give it a shake. Shake your money maker. Hello, JB2. Yes, if you're just you're just joining us, this is still last night's live stream. You've been there from 9:30 last night. I was just a little bit late joining the party. Circumstances well and truly beyond my control. The sun's come back out. It's nice out there. What am I doing? Onions. Right, let's bang them in the pot. There we go. The spoon of destiny. Destiny's kitten. Ah, I remember the 70s. Pops your uncle. Fanny is your aunt. Five Chinese crackers up your asshole. Bang, 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 bang. Rule Britannia, marmalade and jam. Ugh. It's lovely and sunny out there. Nettie was on good form this morning. Was it frosty when I woke up? No, it was beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Not a hint of frost. Although the weather forecast was saying that it was going to get down to about 4 to 5 degrees there last night. So there might have been a frost, but there wasn't when I got up. A little bit more heat on the onions, I think. They like it hot. I did enjoy my lunch yesterday. I'll do that again. The old Nettie sandwich platter thing. I enjoyed that very much. And that's a point. Wonder how Nettie would start in the cold. She starts fine. She starts fine. The problem we're going to have when it gets cold is the fact that the thermostat has been purposely jammed open. So in winter, she's going to run really cold and you're not going to get any heat into the cabin. So the cunning plan is to go old school and shove a bit of cardboard or something in front of the rad and just go old school with her. They overheat, you see. They are known to overheat. So not just Netties as well, not just Netties, all the old campers, VWs, whatever. So what owners tend to do, they pull the stat out or they jam the stat open. Nettie's also got a secondary cooling fan, a Kenlo type arrangement, manually switched in the cabin. But yeah, she's got a thermostat jammed open. Now, when I got Nettie, she came with a brand new thermostat, so could put the stat back in for winter, I suppose, but probably won't. We'll just go old school with her. But I mean, obviously, I've not had her in winter, but obviously, I know what happened with her last winter, and I know the issues. Starting was never one of them. Yeah, well, I have got the stat, so we could swap. I don't know how easy it is to get to. I haven't looked. But yeah, there's no question that she doesn't run as well when she's cold. That's for sure and certain. I mean, it's nowhere near winter yet. It's barely autumn, and it was a lovely day yesterday. But she was running really cold yesterday. She was barely off the barely registering. So, you know, in full winter with all of that cold air, freezing cold air rushing in, she's going to be. When that power station turns up, you could trickle heat it if the power station, you know, they send loads of those out. There's no gap. I can assure you that is a very generic email, and they will just pepper them out to shed loads of people, and then those that respond, they will go through and cherry pick a few. And I'm not that big a channel. Well, I'm a tiny channel. I haven't been offered a freebie. I was approached about the possibility of a collaboration. There's many a slip twixt cup and lip. No guarantee that it'll actually happen. Although, obviously, I really, really hope that it does, and I'll do my best to make it happen. Can you hear the onions sizzling away? No, she won't run on vegetable oil. And yes, she is petrol. Our matron was making lunch. Yeah, there was a running joke. Somebody on the first video, somebody left a very detailed comment saying, "You clearly don't know this, but older and it's essential that you wait for the glow plug light to de-illuminate, blah 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 blah." Went on and on and on like I was a complete bloody idiot. And yeah, she's petrol. She's petrol. Now, not that long ago, in fact, well, it is a long time ago now, it's 10 years ago, but when I was divorced, I had a Ford Escort van, the laddie van, because it was for my dog. And it was a really nice Ford Escort van, if there is such a thing. Now, that ran on oil, but it had a proper conversion. So it had twin tanks, and it had this really cool kit fitted. So when you started it, it started on diesel. They're a nightmare to start on oil. That's the problem. So it started on diesel. As soon as the engine reached temperature, it automatically switched over to the other tank and then ran on vegetable oil. But then when you turned it off, it automatically ran a circuit of diesel back through it so that it would be ready to start again on diesel. Brilliant system. Brilliant system. Worked really, really, really well. I love that little van. I ended up swapping it for no, that's right. I sold it. I got it as a swap. I was selling a Volvo. What was it? A Volvo, a really rare car. I can't remember the model, but it was really rare. A 460 something, but turbo, the turbo. And it had only done 30,000 miles. And I think it was one of 6 left on the road at that point. And for some reason, I really struggled to sell it. And somebody offered me the swap for the van. And I thought, oh, that'd be perfect for the dog. So, yeah, became the laddie van. Oh, excuse me. Became the laddie van. Oh, I miss my boy. What do we want now? Little splash of white wine in there, I think. That'd be nice. Some chat masala and some white pepper. Oh, it's going to be nice. Just run some of that through it as well for shits and giggles. Why not? Oh, that's going to be nice. That is going to be nice. Bit of that. Oh, smell that? Bang the heat right up because we want that to come to a rolling boil. Have a quick taste as we go along. Oh, that is fantastic. that. We're nearly there. Oh God, coming together beautifully. Bit of cracked black and green pepper just to finish that off. Nice. Have another taste. A little bit more of that. There you go, in your pot, and just about there. Oh, Wiggy. Just pick at it. Yep, that is the one. That's the one, Peter. Yes. Yes. I was driving along in my underwear. Oh God, what a day that was. Oh my God. And it didn't end there. Had to getting the thing into Windy Bum was epic. Right, that is perfect. Right, let's plate. No fine dining today, darlings, just comfort food. And plenty of it. Plenty of starch. Where's my spoon? Okay, you're hot. Get that straight into soap. Tiny bit of it. Oh, God, I'm so hungry. There's my doings. Work it, baby, work it. Just bang it all over. Zero presentation. But taste the goodness. Oh, that's good. Get that into soap as well. Excellent. Oh, with bread and butter. Oh my God. Council house rules. Mm. There is nothing wrong with that. I tell you what, if the insurance money had come through and there was enough of it, I'd have been very tempted to buy that camper. There's got to be profit in that. Got to be. Didn't look that bad. Get a bit of. Whoa. You don't know what you're missing, darlings. You don't know what you're missing. I mean, it's disgusting, but it's good. I've never had a Vesta curry, but I did think to myself that Nettie should have an emergency pot noodle, just because, not that you'd ever use it. Hello, Benoit. Hope you're well. Yeah, and I think she will have an emergency pot noodle. I will make that happen. Maybe one of those Bombay bad bomb things. No idea what's happening with the insurance, by the way. Haven't heard a peep from them for ages. I had to sign off a thing which meant I could access my medical records. That's all I've heard. Could be ages yet. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I used to watch a channel, I think it was called Norwegian Adventure or something. I wouldn't mind watching that again, actually. He used to stay out in some amazing storms, and I liked his cooking and whatnot. Don't know why I stopped watching him. Norwegian Explorer, I'm sure that was it. I might look it up again. But yeah, I really do want to get out in netting in the middle of winter. That's been a bit of a dream of mine, and ideally I want to wild camp, but I'm sorry to hear that. Right, family. God, 1.5 years. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I won't hold my breath then, eh? Uh, the Momo are not apparent Momo. I can. Right, I can't carry anymore. I've only got 2 hands, but I am well stocked with Momo. And you could be too. Remember, handmade Nepali Momo are available. Just 30 quid for 50 pieces, including a very generous amount of homemade Momo chutney. Yeah, I've got the monopoly on that. You can't buy Momo in the UK. You can buy them from a restaurant as a starter, but there's nowhere you can go and buy them. Nowhere that I'm aware of, anyway. Certainly can't in a supermarket. Go and buy frozen ones. How much is that per Momo? Don't know. You'd have to figure out how much the Momo chutney was, take that off the total, and divide it by 50. Probably about 50p, something like that. But if you see the work that goes into making them, bloody hell, they're hot. They're really time consuming to make. First and foremost, you've got to make your keema because you don't use ready-made mince or anything like that. So you hand mince various things, the meat obviously, to make the keema. And then you have to add everything else in. So you fry off various herbs and spices. It's actually called momo masala. It's the mix of herbs and spices that you use for momo. Fry them off in butter, and butter, not ghee. Then when that's still hot, that goes over the keema, and then you get your hands in there and excuse me, and you wallop it all together. Then that needs to sit for 24 to 48 hours. And then you make your pastry, roll it out, get a cutter, or we just use a glass tumbler. Wodge out a circle, then you get your circle in one hand, you get a spoon of your momo mix, bang it in there, and then you have to, this is where it gets intricate, and then you have to shape it and fold all of the little folds into there, and do all of that by hand. And you put them carefully on a wooden tray that's been buttered so that they don't stick, and you can't have them touching. And then you put them in the chest freezer on the wooden tray so that they freeze, obviously. And then when they're frozen, then you can take your bag and just wallop them all into your bag for storage. And then, and all momo are cooked from frozen, all of the ones in the restaurant as well. And you just steam them from frozen for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the ferocity of your steamer. And then the chutney, you need a massive old frying pan, loads and loads of fresh tomatoes, and then there's a bewildering mix goes into that, and that all gets made over high heat in the pan, and then you whack it into a tall container and put your blender in, and then make it as smooth as you want. For the restaurant, we make it perfectly smooth. When we make our own, we put a lot more fresh green chilies in there, and we leave it a little bit more rustic, not quite so smooth. Ah, you've got a Nepalese place near you, Mark. Yeah, give it a go. Oh, I'm struggling now. I am struggling now. Oh, this has filled a hole though. Don't want to waste any of this. Thank you very much. Oh. Save the best one for the last one. Oh my God. Mm. Oh my God, that's it. I am now as full as a bishop's ball bag. Oh, that was good then. Thanks for sharing that with me. I'm totally not licking the plate. How dare you even think it? Oh, that was good. Oh, wipe my chops. Oh, God. Stomach's aching now. What time is it? I need to keep an eye on the time. Oh, excuse me. Oh, oh, that's better. Oh, hello. I think yesterday's intake would like to become an outtake fairly soon. Right then, darlings, on that note, now that I've eaten at you, I guess we should all get on with our day, shouldn't we? I'm sure we've all got bits and pieces to do, but thank you for joining me. Apologies that last night didn't happen. Obviously, completely beyond my control. Rumblings in the interior. And I will hopefully see those of you night out who are night owls. I'll see you tonight, 11 o'clock, Tuesday Night Live. So yeah, and we'll have a proper catch up with the whole crowd. Lovely to see you, Sandy. Lovely to see you. All right, darlings. Hopefully, see you tonight. In the meantime, much love from me. And on that note, pachoo and indeed, bosh.